Parsvottanasana. So you start standing in samastitihi, which is the zero position. So remember, Parsvottanasana has 5 positions. This is the zero. Then you jump out to the right, and first position is joining the palms together behind your back, taking the stance of the revolving triangle. So the back leg angles in 30 to 60 degrees, and this hip is going to come forward. And notice that in first position, you keep the pelvis neutral. You plant the feet, lift up the thighs, lift up the navel, breathe in, roll, keep a broad chest, and press the palms together, look up, then exhale, come forward, lengthening. So remember that this posture, it does feature the twist aspect, the revolving of the torso. So as you come into it, go ahead, Maria, as you make the gesture to come into it, there's this spinning action that happens, as though you were going into revolving triangle. Like that kind of feeling, but you're here, that way. So it means that the right outer hip goes back and up, and this left hip comes forward. The navel shifts towards the inner right knee. So the groin crease deepens back and up to create the fold. Notice her feet. Lift up the toes and widen. The planted feet, lift of the arches, the kneecaps, quadriceps are drawn up. Eventually you touch the chin to the shin with the gaze along the leg. Strike the immovable spot. So when you come up and out, momentarily you return to that original position that you set up. Then you turn the feet and transition for the second side. So if you can't join your palms together behind your back, you simply clasp the elbows. But can you come around to the front? But this is really what you're working on, is to keep this nice and broad and open. And so you can do it by clasping your elbows or by joining your palms behind your back. You have your hands back here, and you want to you don't want to do this. Roll the shoulders forward. Yeah, that shoulders forward, the hands coming apart, the elbows dropping. Okay, that's what you want to avoid, and instead, roll the shoulders back, lift the elbows, and bring more of the palms together. Now, you can overdo that lift and go over. So you want to find that exact middle point. Right, and you're working up your back. If the backs of the legs are tight, you may have to bend this front knee a little bit, but make sure that only as much as you need to, so that for the most part, the legs stay planted. You may start at something like this, but you're slowly working to straighten that leg and get more extension, and then deepen your fold. So you want to find the exact perfect spot in terms of straightening the leg. And you get that by feeling the leg lengthen. And so it's easy to mistake and think the leg is straight when the knee is bent. So you'll have to be more thorough in your lengthening, but it's also very possible to overextend by pushing the knee down. And that is hyperextending. So in order to prevent the hyperextending, you create a resistance from the top of the calf. You ground the inner foot more and actually create an internal rotation of the leg. Make sure that when you come up and out, it's all with one in-breath. You plant the feet, grip the legs, and inhale, come all the way up. And then transition. Thank you for joining me for the Asana Kitchen Quick Recipes Parsvottanasana.